Ahoy, hoy, everyone. Welcome to another episode of The O Show. I'm O, and I'm here for your amusement. Okay, we're here with another review. Today is July 25th, and Marvel has released a new movie called The Fantastic Four. First Steps. There is a fly flying around in here. Alright, you guys, so, I think I have another positive review. I have an O positive review, okay? I really had a good time in this movie. I really enjoyed it. So, just like every other superhero movie, I'm not a big, huge superhero fan. I will watch the movie as an outsider, and your job is to entertain me. And I feel like I was really entertained with this movie from start to finish. It didn't really seem that long to me, but I guess it was like 2 hours. But I am aware of the Fantastic Four. I caught episodes of the cartoon back in the 80s whenever they did rerun. It wasn't really on a lot, but I caught it on some weird channel. I think it was like 66. Do you guys remember WGBO 66 if you live in Chicago? I think they played on there. So, I also seen there was a, I want to say 2005, there was a Fantastic Four movie, and then that one had a sequel. I believe I saw both of them. I just watched them to watch them, and I can't even tell you what even happened in the movies. And then, I guess it rebooted in 2015. There was another one with like Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan, and I watched it to watch it, and I can't even tell you what happened in that movie either. This one, though, I do have to say, I was here for it, like, beginning to end. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to spoil the movie with telling you what happens from beginning to end. You should go out and watch it. I do recommend. But I will give some spoilers in the form of questions, because in true amusement fashion, I got some questions. So, pretty much what's happening in the movie is you got the Fantastic Four, and it's not an origin story, right? We come in and they're already established in the city of, what the hell city are they even in? Oh, I think they're in New York. But it's like Earth 828. And I was like, oh, are we in the past or are we in the future? But it's really cool. I guess it's like its own thing, its own world, I guess. And we're in New York, but it's like a 60s future New York. So we're obviously in the 60s, but there's all this technology and things, and it's just very futuristic with the buildings, and just there's a lot to see. I would like to watch the movie back and just kind of look in the background. Like, there's so, like, when you go to Times Square, instead of just billboards, like, they're literally huge big screen TVs, like, on the side of buildings. It's really interesting. So we have that, and once in a while they will give like a flashback. Like, they do tell the story of how they became the Fantastic Four, and you get a couple flashbacks here and there with some things. So if you are not familiar with them, you can at least go in and learn how they got their powers. So at least that's that. They do have a Silver Surfer, which you have seen in the trailer. The Silver Surfer comes down and says, hey, your planet has been marked for death. But not by her. Well, kind of. But she's not the one to put them to death. It's actually this big, huge dude who's big as hell. And his name is Galactus. Right? Galactus. Yeah, that's right. Oh my god, like, this thing is like terrifying. He is the destroyer of worlds. So, in the end, the Fantastic Four may or may not defeat Galactus. I think this casting makes the most sense, right? So you got Pedro Pascal playing Reed Richards, right? Is that his name? And he's like Mr. Fantastic. You have Vanessa Kirby plays Sue Storms, or the Invisible Woman. You got, let's see, Joseph Quinn. He plays Johnny Storms, and he is the Human Torch. And then you have Eben Moss Baccarat. Is that his last name? Baccarat? He plays Ben Grimm, a.k.a. The Thing. right? But it made sense. Like, I love the casting. The chemistry with everyone was cool. The Thing's design was actually pretty cool because he was looking funky in some of those other movies. But if I had to sit and compare them all, like, yeah, his does make more sense. I don't even remember if Herbie was in any of the previous movies. See, I told you guys, I don't even remember what happened in those movies. But Herbie is in this one. He's a little robot who was super cute. So that was cool. Julia Garner plays the Silver Surfer. And what was her real name? Shalimar? No, I don't think it was Shalimar. It was Shal something. I gotta look it up. Alright, who else in this movie? Natasha Lyonne has a character. She doesn't really do a lot, but we love Natasha Lyonne, who for some reason, every time she was like looking at the Thing, I don't know if she was... Well, obviously the Thing is like CGI, obviously. So I think they were like, okay, now, look here, Natasha. I don't know. Like, everyone is talking to the Thing and they look fine, but it seems like when they talk to her head is turned around and it just looks like a body double for some weird... I don't know, it was just bothering me. And we also have Paul Harvey... What was his name? Harvey? That guy. We love him. But he plays Bowman. Okay. Is there anyone else? I will recommend seeing this movie in the theater. I did see the Dolby, so I had that Dolby experience. But yeah, I do recommend it. The music was really good. The cinematography was pretty good to me. I think they did a really good job with all of that. Story-wise, I was okay. I think it had the same issues that Superman had with me. Like, there's a lot of action happening. Like, I get it. You do have your calmer scenes with drama and things that are happening with the characters. You do have your little bits of laughter. Like, Johnny is kind of more of the comic relief, I guess, when it comes to things he says. But yeah, there were just these little things like here and there that I will do in my little spoiler section. But other than that, you guys, I had a really good time. I think it's a really, really good movie. I guess 2 for 2 with these superhero movies this year. So, if I had to rate the Fantastic Four, I think it might just end up being the same thing I gave Superman. I think I'm going to give it 3 stars. Like, it's good. I loved it. It's awesome. It was fun to watch. It had me entertained. I was glued to my seat. Times of emotions. I'm like a sucker for emotions. I will start crying at the drop of a dime, you guys. So, like, when it got like emotional, I was like, okay, okay. So, I'm gonna take these 2 shots. So, cheers. Oh God, there's that damn fly again. I don't understand why flies just think they just follow me. How did they get in here? Did I open the door earlier? I don't know. It's gonna die. Okay, hold on. There it is, right there. Okay, you guys. So I'm gonna get to my spoiler section. So when I go kill this fly, the theme today is murder. Okay, the Fantastic Four is murdering. I'm about to murder a fly. All right, I'm gonna give you guys a few seconds. I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, so first of all, so we find out in the beginning of the movie that Sue is pregnant, okay? I don't remember if the other movies even addressed a baby, but I guess there's a baby in this whole, like, Fantastic Four lore. So, Sue's pregnant, and they run into the Silver Surfer when she comes down to tell them that they're all doomed. And then the Fantastic Four decide to get into a spaceship and go into space to, like, negotiate with this Galactus person, right? But, like, Is it safe for a pregnant lady to be in a spaceship? I mean, you're not supposed to be getting on airplanes when you're like 9 months pregnant, and she seems to be 9 months pregnant. So what is the deal with going into space with no oxygen? Well, they have oxygen, but shit can happen. So this is what was really throwing me off now with this movie, you guys. So they go into space. They talk to Galactus, and he's all like, "Give me your bibbit. I'm hungry, and I would eat your baby and then just spare your planet, and all you guys just live and go about your lives." And of course, I guess Sue and Reed have been trying for 2 years to have a kid, so they have like a miracle baby. And they tell this man no. Like, okay, I get it, but if you don't give this man that baby, I mean, it could have been a trick. He could have been like, "Give me your baby, and then I'll spare you guys." And then he'll be like, "Just kidding," I get it. Like, can't trust the bad guy. But no, but seriously, here's the thing. She gives birth in space, okay? At one point, I was like, is she going to give birth with her pants on? But she ends up taking her pants off. So I was like, okay. Tell me why these fools came down back to Earth. She comes off the spaceship with the baby wrapped in her arms. And then they all go and do a press conference. Is she not going to the hospital? And if I see another baby in another movie get born and is not crying or anything, it's just like the sweetest little baby when she walks out just holding it. Okay, so think of this baby. Again, when I was talking about the stars of this movie, I don't even think there was a credit for this baby. Is there even a credit for the baby at any point? Because I think the baby was CGI through the whole thing. Like, there's obviously times there's not a baby in their arms or anything. Like, okay, the baby was born, it's CGI, whatever. And there are sometimes I'm like, is that a real baby though? But through the movie, isn't this taking place like within a week or something? Because how do you have a newborn 1 minute and then like the next day this baby looks like it's... You know how you ask a mom, like, how old is your baby? And they're like, oh, they're 18 months. And they can sit there and do math, like, 18 months, 12. This baby was big as hell at one point. I was like, how old is this baby again? I thought it was just born yesterday. We never see them, like, feed the baby. Is she breastfeeding the baby? Is she changing diapers? The baby's just there. I don't understand this newborn baby. Now, apparently this baby is supposed to grow up and have all these powers. So is it an effect of the powers? So now I need like a comic book expert to tell me, because this is really distracted with this baby. Then we have a part, it's just like Superman, when people found out what his parents were, I guess, up to, and they turn on Superman like, oh, you're here to take us over and conquer us, which he hasn't done all this time, so why are y'all loving him 1 minute and hating on him the next? And so they go up to talk to Galactus, and they come down, and of course they're doing the press conference, and they're like, how'd you kill him? And they're like, well, we didn't kill him. And then they told them why. And then all of a sudden everyone just hating on them, like, if y'all don't stop being selfish and give to this baby, like, how are you gonna be mad at these people? Like, are you a superhero? Are you gonna help it do anything? Are they obligated to help you? I guess they were putting their powers to good use, but dang. What about all the other times they saved you, citizens of Earth? Now you hate them. People are so funny in these superhero movies. You get off your butt and do something. Okay, now, I was really curious, because this kind of reminds me of, like, what's his name? Tony Stark from Iron Man. You know, he has that big tower that he lives in, and then you're looking at it, you're like, what else is in this building? Or kind of like how, like, Lex, or what's it called, Luthor Corp was in that Superman movie. Like, I can see this is an office building. What else is going on in this building? Because they only seem to show Lex in one office, or like that bridge in the building. So the Fantastic Four live in this, what is it, the Fantastic Building? I don't know what it's called. Does anyone else live in this building? Like, there seem to be like a lot of floors. Are there condos or other office buildings? Because I would hate to have a condo in a superhero movie, because if the bad guy wants to kill you, I'm going to have like insurance claims. My my insurance payment is gonna go up because I gotta rebuild my wall. Like, what else is in this building? They seem to only be on one floor. Well, I guess it's two floors because at one point there's a staircase that gets baby proofed. So I guess there's stairs that go somewhere. So do they just occupy two floors of this building? I'm serious. I really want to know. I was giggling to myself whenever Reed Richards would invent something. Like, we need something, and he just kind of walks out of the room and goes, okay, well, I just made this thing. Do you remember that character, like, what was his name? Gyro? I think his name was it Gyro? Am I pronouncing that right? From DuckTales. It just seemed like every time someone needed something, he was always like, well, here's my new invention. Like, where did you make that? We just talked about it like 10 minutes ago. Like, you just so happen to have all this stuff in your house. Like, at the very end, he creates this crib, and he's like, well, or not a crib, I'm sorry. The carrying basket thing for the baby. And he's like, well, here's the baby basket. Is waterproof and fireproof and bomb proof and soundproof. Where did you make that? Is that what's being manufactured in this building that you live in? Is he doing that all by himself? Okay, Stewie Griffin. You know, like on Family Guy, Stewie Griffin will be talking to Brian, and then that night, all of a sudden, he builds a time machine. Like, when did you have the time to build this? Okay, so now at one point, the plan to save the Earth is to teleport the Earth from our current solar system to another solar system. Right? They're like, we're going to build these towers and things. Because we show him in the movie, he's trying to move an egg from one desk to the other end of the desk. And now he's like, well, I'm going to do the same thing with the Earth. They didn't do this, thank God. But, I mean, their plans were foiled. But look at you guys. The plan to save the Earth was to transport it from our solar system and put it into another one so that Galactus couldn't find us. Right? Because, you know, the galaxy's big. How many universes are there out there? How many solar systems? I mean, the Silver Surfer is the one who was, like, traveling around. And I don't know. But here's my thing, though. Because, like, no one ever mentions the moon. Are we moving the moon, too? Because the moon affects, like, our tides and the animals. And, you know, if it's a full moon, the freaks come out at night. Like, you're going to move our planet, and that's it, to a solar system, and you don't even know, like, is it going to go to a solar system with a new star as our new sun? Is it going to be positioned? Have you calculated where the solar system is going to be? You know what I'm saying, y'all? Like, it just seemed like that's what we'll do. But, like, is the new solar system we're going to able to support another gravitational pull of a planet? Like, I don't think Reed Richards is as smart as he says he is. And speaking of this dude, so he's Stretchy Man, right? So he can, like, stretch his body, like Stretch Armstrong. I get that his body stretches, like, that's his power. But, and if he's wearing his Fantastic Four super suit, I get that it's made with, you know, elastic material. But when he's wearing, like, a shirt and a cardigan, or just whatever else he's wearing, how does his arm stretch in the shirts and then go back to normal? Is that supposed to, I mean, it's not like he's not enchanted. He just has the power to stretch, right? So how does his clothes do that? And then same thing with Torch Man. I forgot his name. But, Johnny. Okay, his name is Johnny. The Human Torch. So look at, I get when you're in your super suit, it's fire resistant and all this stuff. But when you're in your t-shirt and jeans, and then you catch on fire, the fire doesn't hurt you. But why is the fire not hurting his clothes? Is everything he's wearing, like, fire resistant? The other two people I have no issues with. It's just these two. I mean, when you're like stretching clothes and catching on fire, I got questions. Okay, so I think I have one more question. So now, the Silver Surfer, right? Charlemagne, whatever her name is. Why did Galactus choose her? So Galactus spared her planet. It took her, and then she became the Silver Surfer. But did I miss why? Because okay, he'll spare this Earth if he takes the baby. Because I guess the baby has all these powers. That lady didn't have powers, right? Didn't we just show her walking on the beach with her daughter? And then she went with him. And now she's flying around on a surfboard. So, was she special? Serious question again. I really want to know. Like, someone let me know in the comments. Like, why her? All right. Anyway, that's it, you guys. Like, I really enjoyed the movie, but those are my issues that I have with it and the story. I like how like when Galactus is like walking around the city, like how did they know he was gonna leave his ship? Like he could have just been lazy and stayed on the ship. Well, I guess he would have had to come down to I guess grab this baby. Oh, and he did destroy the building. See what I'm saying? Like, is anyone else living in this building? Because he destroyed like their floor. Like now it has to be fixed. Oh, and that car seat scene at the end, that was super cute. Yeah, like these these three grown men. One is a thing. And they're trying to like hook this car seat up in the back of the car. That's really cute. Alrighty guys, there is a it's a mid-credit scene that I guess you should watch, and then there is a post-credit scene that's cute, but like, did I have to sit there and watch that for real? You should just show that at the beginning. Alright, you guys, so that was my review of the Fantastic Four First Steps. So I guess they are coming to, I mean, I guess this isn't a spoiler, you should already know if you're a fan, but they will be in Avengers Doomsday. I guess that's the next movie. So they will be back. But I like this cast, so I'm glad they'll be back for more things, so. Alright, yeah, that's all I gotta say. So, please like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next episode. So, till then, TTFN.